With SafeLight, you can get that fixed now and pay later.
Fix now, pay later?
SafeLight offers flexible payment options and anywhere mobile service, so you can get it fixed here, or here, and pay later. Go to safelight.com today.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Inspection. But Ophelia has a bad feeling to return to the past, where Ophelia was. There's a rumor that Nayu likes the lady. Oh, my babies are all grown up! Nayu instantly denies this, but Awut notices him glancing at the lady again, prompting him to Ophelia's favorite brother, while Isaac finds it cute that Nayu's first love is Ophelia. But he decides not to tell her about it since our girl is just happy to be the best sister to her two little brothers. Never thought Nayu would really fall for Ophelia. His first love and first heartbreak. Cute. Today, Isaac informs Ophelia that he will travel to his hometown to attend his
Leston and former empress of the Empire. This is an unhappy girl with the shortest marriage lasting.
Hey everybody, Fat Cheater here, and
Estella was popular in a bad way after her night with Karen Prince. Now someone is turning to Estelle, says that the emperor has died and therefore proposes a divorce. The man claims that this marriage was needed only by the late father, and he did not have the desire to marry her. After all, she doesn't love him anyway. At this time, His Highnesses are informed that the funeral preparations have been completed, after which the man just turns around. But then he asks what the girl will say. A short time later, the young man's is already screaming furiously that the man really knows how to immediately after the wedding for the public. After all, after the divorce, there will be a purge, and he will get rid of unruly aristocrats like them. But divorce is quite difficult for the imperial family, and if the girl does not agree to it, the main character only calmly replies that she doesn't want to, and the father then asks what he's talking about. But the girl then claims that she will divorce him, but the father is not very happy with such words. Then he asks if she still doesn't understand what's going on. After all, if the emperor died, then now Kaizen will take the throne, and the girl, like his wife, will become the empress. And now the father screams that if she is going to miss this opportunity, then let her get out. After all, the family Leston, I need a daughter like that. The main character then looks a little sadly at her father, and then closes her eyes and sighs. And then she says that she understands and will divorce him. Kaizen will then leave the house. A short time later, the girl is already packing all her most valuable things into a suitcase. When she finishes, she looks at her. She understands that she spent 10 whole years to match him. One fine day, the boy gave her a blue moon. This is a treasure passed down by the Empress from generation to generation, and the guy gave her this decoration for her 10th birthday. After this, the girl began to live only for his sake. The little girl had no time to rest. She studied politics, history, military tactics, art or literature, as well as strict court etiquette. These 10 years were dedicated only to him. However, the girl did not even know about such an end. Well, now she understands that this is the man who is the meaning of her life. The girl takes off her jewelry with blue stones and understands that for the sake of him, her husband for one day, she told the lie he wanted. The girl said that he was right and she never loved him. Now she understands that she will never regret this decision, and no matter what happens. But a little later, the woman was shocked to hear that she seemed to be pregnant. And 6 years later, the girl was already living a quiet life in the village. Now one of the women in the village turns to her and says that they will close early so she can go home. After this, a lady with blonde hair approaches the woman, and she says that most likely work in a bakery is much more difficult than the girl imagined. Her arrival, their sales soar. Suddenly, a young man with red hair runs up to the woman and addresses her, and his mother then says that she asked him. But the boy then enthusiastically tells her to listen, because the Imperial Knights have arrived in the village, and they are even in full armor. The main character then seemed to say goodbye to life. She immediately takes off and runs to her home, and the woman in shock asks what happened, but the main character just runs as fast as she can and wonders if they really found her so quickly. The girl thought that she had hidden well from them, after which she immediately opens the door to them. The boy just gets out of bed and asks if it's his mother. The main character understands that she knew that she could not hide him there forever, but she did not think that they would be found so quickly. Now someone outside the door is asking if anyone is home, and the main character immediately approaches the boy and asks if he remembers what she was talking about. The boy then asks if his mother is talking about transformation, but she claims that everything is correct and let him go to her. At this time, the knights climb higher and higher up the stairs, and the main character gives her son some drops and asks just to be in time. After which the knight enters the room and asks if this woman is Lady Estella. A lady with blonde hair hugs her son, and a knight claims that His Majesty the Emperor is looking for her. A short time later, they are already on their way, and the main character notices that her son is afraid and then picks him up. A short time later, they find themselves in the palace, and the knights report that they have brought these people to the Emperor. The man just stands near the fireplace and then turns around, and he tells Estella that 6 years have passed. The woman then realizes that Kaizen is the only Emperor Lastiel. The woman remembers how he gave her flowers, and realizes that this is the man she loved with all her heart. She now bites her lip before bowing and greeting His Highness the Emperor, the Lord of the Empire. The young lady thought that she had no feelings for him, but she realizes that everything is wrong. The Emperor at this time approaches her and asks why she continued to hide, and she only thought that he would plunge her into eternal sleep when he caught her. Well, suddenly the Emperor looks at the baby, and the main character understands this, after which he immediately turns around and hugs him. The man just thinks what kind of boy this is and asks Estella about it. The woman understands that all this time she has been preparing for something like this, because 6 years ago, the man began to eradicate the rotten nobles when he took the throne. Although the Lord of the North was able to raise a rebellion, the price was the complete destruction of his city, and the failed rebellion did not divide the empire into two factions, an imperial faction and aristocrats. Astella's father, Duke of Leston, became the head of the aristocratic faction. And after 6 years of war, almost all the aristocrats died. But the situation was still difficult because Estella's father was alive. From the very moment of news of pregnancy, Estella was afraid of one thing, and that was Togo. That her son will become a tool in the war if they find out about it. Lonely and frightened, not able to stand it.
We're looking for adults 45 and under to be in our HPV vaccination ad. Sound like you?
I'm too old.
If you're under 45, you're not. For most people, HPV clears.
Was also taken away. Therefore,